Let me tell you something every successful trader knows. Markets move in trends, but no trend lasts forever. Just like the natural cycles in the market, every strong move will eventually weaken and reverse. Professional traders spend years mastering price action to anticipate these reversals. But what if you could spot them automatically before they even happen? That's where this VWAP trading strategy comes in. By combining one of the best TradingView indicators with VWAP, this strategy can deliver highly accurate trade signals, making it an essential tool for traders of all levels. In today's video, I'll break down this powerful VWAP trading strategy, showing you step-by-step how to use it for precise trade entries and exits. Every detail matters, so make sure to watch until the end to catch it all. If you're excited, don't forget to leave a like. Now, let's dive right in. To get started, we need to set up our indicators on TradingView, the platform I'll be using for this strategy. First, load the trading security you want to work with. I'm using the 3-minute time frame for Bitcoin to showcase today's strategy. However, this strategy can be applied to various assets and time frames with the proper adjustments. Now, to add the first tool to your chart, click on Indicators, search for VWAP, and select it to apply it to your chart. Once it's loaded, you'll see a dynamic line that adjusts with price movements, acting as an essential volume-weighted trend guide. Unlike traditional indicators, VWAP helps traders identify key price levels where institutions might step in, making it a powerful tool for spotting trends and potential reversals with precision. Before we change the settings, let's first explain what VWAP is, how it is calculated, and how we will use it. VWAP, or Volume Weighted Average Price, is calculated by taking the total traded value, which is price multiplied by volume, and dividing it by the total volume over a given period. Unlike moving averages, VWAP resets at the start of each trading day. This makes it a key tool for identifying the average price level where most trading has occurred. On the chart, we don't just see a single VWAP line. There are also standard deviation bands around it, which help measure volatility and act as dynamic support and resistance levels. For this strategy, we will look for price to exit and then re-enter the lower band, which is the green line. As soon as the price closes above the green line, we will look for a buy entry. For a sell entry, we want the price to move above the upper band and then drop back below the red band line. Now, let's adjust the settings. Within the input section, we will leave everything by default, so let's switch to the style section. For the VWAP, we want to use a white color, for the upper band we will use red, and for the lower band we will use a green color. Now, let's see how to use this indicator as one of two conditions for identifying potential trade entries. For a buy trade, start by waiting for the price to move below the lower VWAP band, which is the green line. Once price drops below and then re-enters by closing above the green line, this signals a potential bullish reversal. For a sell trade, wait for the price to rise above the upper VWAP band, which is the red line. Then look for price to re-enter by closing back below the red line. This signals a potential bearish move. Now let's go over invalid trade setups to avoid false signals. For an invalid buy trade, we do not want to enter just because a candlestick touches the green lower band. The price must close above the band after breaking below it. If the candle only touches the band but never closes on the other side, the setup is invalid and we do not take the trade. For an invalid sell trade, the same rule applies. We do not enter just because a candlestick touches the red upper band. The price must close below the band after breaking above it. If the candle only touches the band but never closes on the other side, we ignore the setup. Now, let's look at another scenario where we avoid trading completely. If price action isn't a sideways movement, like in this example where the market is stuck in a consolidation zone for hours, we stay out. We can identify this by checking the deviation bands. If they are very close to the white VWAP line and moving in a straight horizontal direction, the market lacks momentum, and we do not look for trade entries. By following these rules, we avoid false signals and only take high probability setups. Now that we've explored how this indicator works, it's important to note that using it alone may not be consistently profitable, as it can still produce false signals despite being a very good indicator. That's why we'll use it as a second confirmation tool in our strategy. Next, let's add the main indicator needed to make this strategy more reliable. To add the main indicator to your chart, click on Indicators and search for Signals and Overlays by Lux Algo. This is a premium indicator. Use my special link and test it 30 days risk-free. Click to add it to your chart. Now at this point, I know you may be thinking, but what exactly is the Signals and Overlays indicator? This toolkit from LuxAlgo is the most popular for a reason. It's packed with features designed for every trading style. It starts with a wide variety of presets and filters, tailored for trend traders, scalpers, swing traders, or even those who prefer trading against the trend. These presets ensure that no matter your approach, you'll find a setup that fits your style. It also includes machine learning signals, buy and sell signals, and candle coloring that adapts based on market conditions. The candle coloring uses green, red, and purple to indicate strong bullish, strong bearish, and retracement signals, making it easy to spot opportunities and understand market sentiment at a glance. Next are the indicator overlays like the Smart Trail, Neo Cloud, and Reversal Zones, which provide dynamic support and resistance levels. The Smart Trail adapts to market volatility, acting as both a trailing stop and an additional confluence for entries and exits. The Neo Cloud, similar to the Ichimoku Cloud, highlights trend strength and direction, while the reversal zones help traders pinpoint potential tops and bottoms for precise trade execution. For beginner traders, the toolkit also comes with automatic take profit and stop loss levels. These levels, displayed in real time, adjust based on conditions like buy and sell signals, indicator overlays, or even custom criteria you set in the alert creator. This feature not only simplifies trade management, but also helps new traders develop a disciplined approach. In the advanced settings, there's an autopilot sensitivity option, which adjusts the candle coloring and buy-sell signals depending on whether you prefer more or fewer trading opportunities to appear on your chart. Short-term settings highlight faster signals for scalpers, while long-term options provide smoother trends for swing traders. This level of customization ensures the indicator aligns perfectly with your goals. Finally, the toolkit includes a dashboard for quick trend and volatility insights, and a custom alert creator with extensive options. These features allow you to automate parts of your trading process, ensuring you don't need to monitor the charts constantly, or even integrate the toolkit into bot trading strategies. Alright, now that we understand how this indicator works, let's fine-tune its settings to align perfectly with today's strategy. Start by adjusting the settings in the basic settings section. Set the presets and filters option to None. Set the signal mode to Confirmation and Exits. Leave the ML signal classifier disabled, and set the candle coloring to Confirmation Simple. For signal sensitivity, I recommend using either manual sensitivity with the optimal value shown on the dashboard, or for a fully automated approach, use autopilot sensitivity set to short term. If you choose autopilot sensitivity, you can hide the dashboard by setting the dashboard location to hidden. Next, go to the indicator overlay section. Here, disable the Smart Trail and enable the Neo Cloud. Now, let's move to the style section. First, disable both the bullish and bearish exit signals. Then, scroll down to the Neo Lag option. Change the color to yellow and set the opacity to 100. Finally, disable the Neo Cloud fill right here. Once you've made these adjustments, click OK to save the settings. Now that the settings are configured, let's dive into the strategy and look at an example of a buy trade to see how everything works in action. For a valid buy trade, there are 3 rules that must be met. Rule number 1, the price must move completely below the lower VWAP band. This means at least one candlestick body must close fully below the green line. Rule number 2, wait for the price to close back above the green band. The entry candlestick must close fully above the lower band. If the candle only touches the band but does not close on the other side, the setup is invalid. And finally, rule number 3, wait for a buy signal from the Lux Algo indicator. This can be either a regular buy or a strong buy signal. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this strategy works across multiple assets and timeframes. But if you're getting too many signals, consider setting autopilot sensitivity to mid-term or adjust the manual sensitivity to a higher value for more selective entries. If all rules are met, you can enter a buy trade. For the stop loss, you can use either the current candlestick's low, the most recent swing low, or the VWAP band as your protective level. For profit taking, we won't rely on a fixed risk-to-reward ratio. Instead, we will maximize profits manually by following price action. Stay in the trade until the price reaches the upper VWAP band, which is the red line. Once a candlestick touches the red band, close half of your position and move your stop loss slightly above your entry. With your trade now protected, use the yellow Neo Cloud line as a trailing stop. In this example, after reaching the first take profit target, the market entered a consolidation phase. This is where patience is key. Do not panic and avoid closing the trade too early. Stay disciplined and wait for the price to move upward and reach the red band again. During this phase, keep your stop loss just a few ticks above your entry price. Once the price touches the red line again, start adjusting the stop loss higher, using the yellow Neo Cloud line as your guide. Each time the yellow line moves up, trail your stop loss slightly higher. Continue this process until the price eventually hits your stop loss, securing maximum profit from the trade. And take a look at this. In this example, we secured an incredible winning trade with a risk-reward ratio of almost 1 to 17. That's absolutely insane, guys. And here's another buy setup. The first rule is met as the price moves completely below the lower VWAP band, with a candlestick closing fully under the green line. Then the third rule is confirmed as the Lux Algo indicator prints a buy signal. However, at this point, the candlestick is still below the green VWAP band, so I wait for one more confirmation before entering the trade. Instead of taking an immediate entry, I look for the next candlestick to close above the green band and also be colored green by the indicator. This extra confirmation helps increase the trade's reliability. Once the trade is entered, the first take profit target is quickly hit as price touches the upper VWAP band. However, after securing partial profits, the market reversed, stopping me out at break-even. This is a perfect example of why it's so important to take partial profits quickly, locking in gains before the market turns. For a valid sell trade, there are 3 rules that must be met. Rule number 1. The price must move completely above the upper VWAP band. This means at least one candlestick body must close fully above the red line. Rule number 2. Wait for the price to close back below the red band. The entry candlestick must close fully below the upper band. If the candle only touches the band but does not close on the other side, the setup is invalid. And finally, rule number 3. Wait for a sell signal from the Lux Algo indicator. This can be either a regular sell or a strong sell signal. If all rules are met, you can enter a sell trade. For the stop loss, you can use either the current candlestick's high, the most recent swing high, or the VWAP band as your protective level. For profit taking, we won't rely on a fixed risk to reward ratio. Instead, we will maximize profits manually by following price action. Stay in the trade until the price reaches the lower VWAP band, which is the green line. Once a candlestick touches the green band, close half of your position and move your stop loss slightly below your entry. With your trade now protected, use the yellow Neo Cloud line as a trailing stop. In this example, after reaching the first take profit target, the market entered a consolidation phase. This is where patience is key. Do not panic and avoid closing the trade too early. Stay disciplined and wait for the price to move downward and reach the green band again. During this phase, keep your stop loss just a few ticks below your entry price. Once the price touches the green line again, start adjusting the stop loss lower, using the yellow Neo Cloud line as your guide. Each time the yellow line moves down, trail your stop loss slightly lower. Continue this process until the price eventually hits your stop loss, securing maximum profit from the trade. This trade played out perfectly, hitting the target with a solid risk-reward ratio of 3.8. Feel free to adjust the settings to suit your personal trading style. Make sure to follow the steps I've outlined in the video, and don't hesitate to rewatch any sections if you need a refresher. To truly understand this strategy and optimize your results, practice it with at least 100 demo trades. This will help you fine-tune your approach and build confidence before transitioning to live trading. If you want to learn my best strategies for trading crypto, forex, and stocks, check out this video right here.